Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we've got a follow-up today on my 8bitdo Pro 2 controller review because I just got in the new phone clip that goes with it, and this allows you to attach a mobile phone to the top of the controller and use it with things like GeForce Now and the Xbox game streaming stuff. And we're going to try it here with the biggest phone I have in the fleet, my Pixel 4 XL from Google. Now, before we jump into this, I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, that I paid for the clip here with my own funds, but the game controller came in free of charge from 8bitdo, and the phone we're using today came in free of charge from Google about a year or two ago as well. All of the opinions, though, you're about to hear are my own. No one is paying for this review, nor has anyone reviewed or approved what you're about to see before it was uploaded. So let's get into it now and see what this clip is all about. All right, so let's take this thing out of the box and see what is inside. And we'll have a look. Now, this looks a lot like the clip we looked at with their Xbox Game Pass controller that we reviewed a few months ago. And they make a version of this for that, but they also make one for the first-party Xbox controller. So if you like the design of this, it is available in some other form factors, and we'll see if my phone fits in it in a second. Now, this is designed specifically, again, for the Pro 2, so be sure you get the right one when you're shopping. So I'm just going to get it attached here just to see how it comes together. And then we will, yep, there it goes. Goes in just like that, snaps right in, and we're good to go. So it seems like it fits. Now, the one issue with it is that it does cover up the switch here at the bottom, which is what you use to select what kind of device it's plugged into. So that's the only thing that it covers up. It does, though, leave the USB-C port and the pairing button open. Now, the prior version of this clip for the old controller actually covered up the charging port, and you used to have to pull it off every time you wanted to charge. So it's nice here to see that that's exposed. But again, the switch is covered up for the system selection. And again, this switch we covered in the original review. Basically what you do is you just switch it into whatever you're trying to pair with. So they have a Nintendo Switch mode, they've got a computer mode, a phone mode, and you can just set that and then reattach the clip. So far, it looks like it's very easy to get on and off, which is great. The old clip was really hard to take on and off and was in two pieces, so this is all in one. And you have two adjustable components here, and I'll show you what those are for when we attach the phone. But before I do that, I just want to see if this will fit on the old controller. So this is called the Pro 2. This is the one that just came out. The prior model was called the SN30 Pro Plus. And it looks like these two controllers are very close together in their design. So it appears as though, yeah, this fits just fine. So this will work on the SN30 Pro Plus in addition to the new one. So if you have one of the old controllers, this will work with that. And I think it's actually a better clip than the original. All right, so I've got my phone connected to Xbox Game Pass streaming. We've got GTA 5 running, and I've got the phone here mounted on my controller. And just like the old controller, this really works well for one of these mobile setups because the handles really balance out the weight. So once you get everything positioned correctly, it feels really comfortable to me. I'm not feeling the weight of the phone on the back of the controller as much as you might think it would feel because the weight is, again, balanced through the handles. If you hold it one-handed, you could definitely feel an imbalance here, but once your other hand comes into play, it's pretty comfortable. Now, it does take a little bit to get everything adjusted because there are two arms here that you have to kind of work with. And what I would do is spend a little bit of time getting it comfortable and then really get the two arms really tightened up very, very tight. And what's nice about getting that super tight is that when you take the clip off and put it aside, the next time you reattach it, it pretty much remembers where the controller was before. So now if I put my phone back in here, it just goes right back to where I had it. I don't have to adjust it again. So that's one thing I kind of like about this system, even though it takes a little bit of time to get right initially. One issue that you'll always run into with these kinds of clips is that it is putting some pressure where my volume keys are here, so that might be an issue. You might have to go a little off center perhaps, so just be aware of that. The phone that I have in here is probably among the larger ones that you'll find, so I think this should probably fit one of those Galaxy Note phones. But if you got a big fat case, you might run into some trouble here. So that's about the extent of how much farther the arm goes here for the phone. So this is pretty much the largest phone you'll be able to fit in here. But once you get it going here, it's pretty comfortable, and you can run around and play your Xbox games or your Android games on here without too many issues. Now, the other thing you can do is actually have the controller sit underneath the phone, and I can show you how to do that here. So I'm just going to release both of the adjustments, and I can kind of position it like this. So you might have a hard time getting at the start and select buttons, but if you really wanted to get the weight kind of centered over the controller itself, there's a way to do that too. It just gets a little bit tricky getting it all dialed in so you can still get access to the buttons and the thumbsticks here, but you can get it into that position or even go further than that. So it's got a lot of adjustability here, and I think that's one of the neat things about this design is that you can really dial it in and get it to where you like it to be, and then tighten everything up, and it'll be there the next time you play with it. So altogether, a nice accessory for the 8bitdo controller. Again, it'll work with the Pro Plus from last year and the new Pro 2. Very nicely balanced, and once you spend a little bit of time to get everything dialed in, literally with these little dials here, I think you'll have a very nice solution for mobile gaming with a controller that you can use on a lot of other devices too. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Chris Allegretta, Tom Albrecht, Mark Bollinger, Sergio Morales, Mark Dell, Jim Callagher, and Stephen Sue. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.